born in America, lives in England, back in Australia for the white women. His words, not mine. Reginald D Hunter.
Thank you very much. I'm not even going to respond to what he said because I ain't got but 3 minutes, so I'm about to get after it. Good to see y'all tonight, and one of the reasons that I'm able to be here in Australia right now is that I'm single, because my last girlfriend, we broke up because she felt like I didn't spend enough time with her. She needed to see me every day. I don't need to see nobody every day. A couple of days, I'm good. And she told me, she was like, it is disrespectful to be intimate with someone and not have the decency to check in once in a while, call them, just, let them know how your world. I was like, this is bullshit. My best buddy in the world, Don, I can hang out with that cat and then not see him or speak to him for 2 or 3 months. And when we get back together, it's like butter. It's like yesterday. It's like it didn't even happen. And she said, you're not fucking Don. So the next day I asked Don, I said, if I fucked you one day and then you didn't hear from me for about 2 or 3 weeks, you'll be mad. And he said, I'm probably gonna need longer than that, dog. It might be years before I can talk to you again. Men and women show different, ain't they? And man, stuff be going on in the news that I just find appalling, I mean, like, one of the things I found appalling recently was like what happened to Tiger Woods. Now, there's a lot to say about that, but I'm just gonna point out one aspect. Just, he was dumped by corporations, like endorsement deals. He got dumped. Does it bother anybody that a corporation is taking a moral stand? Really? You gonna get moral about this? Really, just, like, they're gonna drop him from his brands because, like, what he did, people ain't gonna respect it no more. They ain't gonna like the product no more. Like, people, like men are actually gonna go, I don't wear Nike no more. Tiger's in the pussy. I was cool with the children in the sweatshop thing, but the whole penis and vagina thing, I ain't happy with that. I don't want to see it in my sports heroes. And man, just before I go, let me just ask, and I say this because, I mean, the media I find in most countries I've been to is the same. They try to tell you what to think. Don't tell me what to think. I might get it wrong, but let me give it a go. Just give me the facts, man. Like the shoe bomber, Richard Reed. Has anybody ever heard anything that this man has said? Nope. You ever read anything he said? Nope. All you ever get is his mention on the news and that fucked up picture of him going. And you look at that picture and you go, he looked like he would bomb a plane with shoes. Now, I got personal reason for saying this, because I know lots of people, and from time to time, I fall out with people, and there's a strong chance that one day I might get arrested for taking the shit on somebody's car. And if I do, I would like the chance to explain myself. I believe I would have sufficient reasons for undertaking such an action. And I believe if you heard my reason, you probably would go, well, I wouldn't do that, but I see why he did it. What I don't want is to be mentioned on the news as convicted car shitter Reginald D Hunter. And they just flash a picture of me going, he looked like he'd shit on cars. It's been a pleasure.
An upstanding, God-fearing woman and friend to children everywhere, Fiona O'Loughlin.
Thank you so much. Look, I don't want to brag, but this is my first sober Melbourne Comedy Festival. I feel like I'm on the Oprah Winfrey show. No, here's the thing. I am an alcoholic, which means, sadly for me, that I can never drink again for Forever. The real kicker is that I'm also Catholic and married. Which is also forever. And now I have to do him sober. I mean, Jesus, we've been married 25 years. I used to have to spike my own drinks, you know. Pretty creepy, too. I had to do it while neither of us were watching. But at the very beginning, you know, it was just... I just used to drink too much at dinner parties. It's a slow progression, alcoholism, you know. I just used to, you know, be a bit loud at dinner parties, you know. And, you know, in a relationship, there's the chattier one, the one that wants to stay a bit longer and talk a bit more and just have one more glass of champagne and I'll just finish this story. And the other one drives, right? And I used to get so pissed off. Like, you know, when you're flying at a dinner party, you're in the middle of a really good story, you've got the floor, everyone's listening to you. And my husband used to just... It annoyed me so much. He used to interrupt me with the truth. And... Oh, he'd pull me up on minor little details, like, oh, actually, Fiona, you've never been to Sweden. And get this one. Oh, and Van Morrison isn't your second cousin, right? So, I did used to get a lot of self-loathing, and that's what I don't miss, having gone on the wagon, and the self-loathing and the shame after the, you know, the next day. And I remember one particular morning, I was so... Because we'd had a dinner party, then we started having them at our own homes, so we didn't have to drive and, you know, we could just stay up all night and invite dickheads around, and I'd have to drink myself stupid just to put up with half of them. Anyway... I remember waking up and just being so embarrassed. Literally, I just could, you know, I'd talk too much. Apparently, I told one of my best friends that her baby looked like Laurie Oakes, and And I remember one morning waking up and I was so embarrassed, like, as you are after a dinner party when you're, you know, a big drinker. And I was laying down, and I've got to act this out. I was just like this, like, because I think the meaning of true love should be that the next morning your partner should turn to you and say, I don't know what you're worried about, sweetheart. I thought you were quite amusing last night. I'm just going to leave you with this, right? And woke up one morning, right, and you know, and everything comes back to you, what you've done and said. And I thought, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God. Anyway, my husband goes, are you getting up? And I went, no, I'm never getting up. I'm so embarrassed. I'm never, ever, ever getting up. This is my deathbed. And my husband said to me, and I kid you not, he said, well, it may well be your deathbed, but at the moment it's our kitchen table, and we...